Hi everybody, Calamity here, and I just have a quick question for you guys. Can y'all save some women for the rest of us? Anywho, this video is going to be about the Imaginarium Theater that came out in the last update and just got a new iteration a few days ago. I didn't really make any content about it because I thought the mode was pretty easy, in my opinion, but I also have a lot of characters for every element, so I never feel like I'm lacking enough healers, sub-DPS, DPSs for any element, really. But that's just because I've been playing for such a long time. So for newer players, this mode might feel like really unfair, or if you've only favored, just like one or two elements and then, you can't use them in this mode, it feels pretty bad. But I'm going to try my best to just do a guide on everything for the Imaginarium Theater, so this video is going to be kind of long. I'll try to have some timestamps if you want to jump all over the place, but this is going to just try to cover everything about the theater, and that's a lot, so let's pretty much get started. When you start the Imaginarium Theater and you do the intro cutscene dialogue stuff, you're going to come to this menu right here. If you click on supporting cast, this is where you share your characters with your friends. So right now, the elements for this season are Hydro, Cryo, and Animo. So that's why you can see here, I'm sharing all of these lovely characters that I've built over the years. So anyone on my friends list, can use them. Now, the other two are just past performances, is just to see previous runs before. Reward preview is just to see the rewards you can get. So I already got all the rewards for this season, as you can see. You just have to beat the 8 stages and you get some primo gems, you get Mora, you get some talent stuff. You get these coins that you can spend here. We'll talk more about that later, but that's pretty easy there. But when you're ready, you click on performance prep, and whatever like progress you're at in the game, don't feel bad if you have to do easy mode, normal mode, because you don't have enough characters, or you're still low level, you're still still new to the game. That's okay. Just pick whatever difficulty is appropriate for you, and just try your best. But for me, obviously, we can do hard mode. It's not a big deal. We do have to fight 3 bosses. The other modes only have to fight 1 and 2 bosses for normal, and then 3 for hard. So that's how it works. But we're gonna go with hard, and you are given some free characters, and I recommend taking all of them if you don't have them built yourself. So I'm using my own Furina, my own Barbara, my own Ayaka, and Diona because I've had them already. So I'm gonna use mine, but I don't have Zhao and I don't have Farazan built properly, so I'm borrowing the trial one alongside the initial 4 that I'm using here. So take as many as you need. I recommend all of them because they all have their usages throughout the theater. Another thing I want to point out is the fantastical blessings. So the trial characters basically will get a buff of more HP, attack, and defense by 20%. Also keep in mind that these buffs are active even outside of the theater. This includes stuff like Spiral Abyss, if you want to use them in those modes as well. After that, you can mess with your equipment if you need to change around some artifacts, some weapons, stuff like that. I'm already set up and ready to go, so let's go next. So this is where you choose your cast. These are the characters that are going to be available to you throughout your theater run. And as you can see, there are some special guest stars. These are characters that are not the season's element. So we can see we have some Dendro and some Pyro available here. Emily and Dia are both not available because, well, obviously Emily not going to be available till the second half of the update, which hasn't happened yet at the time of recording, so I don't have her. And I don't have Dia, so that's why they're grayed out. If you have her, she'll be lit up. Feel free to bring them if you want. Zhonling, I recommend. She's a 4-star and does excellent damage for both bosses and for just crowds of enemies, so perfect choice there. Highly recommend. I recommend Nahida if you pulled Nilo in the previous banner, or if you have Nilo, you can do the Nilo Bloom stuff with her. You can also do some Burgeon stuff, I guess, if you use her with Zhonling. But other than that, Nahida is kind of a iffy pick. If you want to use her, you can, but she's only gonna have synergy with the Hydro characters, of course, because Cryo and Animo don't have interactions with Dendro. I'm sure you know that by now. So I'm actually going to try to pick a more free-to-play friendly team that consists of a lot of 4 stars. Because if I just use all my 5 stars, everyone's going to be like, oh, of course you think it's easy. You have all those 5 stars available. So, you know, okay, fine. Let's do a bunch of 4 stars. Don't forget, you can invite supporting cast. This is where you borrow a friend's unit, and you can see what constellation they're at. So if you have any whales on your friends list, this is, you know, hopefully they're sharing a C6 DPS or whatever that can make this run really easy for you. And if they're not sharing good units, like my friend isn't here, you know, tell them, hey, the theater reset. Can you share? You know, the Hydro is available. Nuvolette is an insane DPS. Can be like, can you share your C2 Nuvolette, please? Like, that would definitely make this this whole thing a lot easier for sure. I don't have my Water Traveler built, so we're not gonna use her. I'm gonna go ahead and put Jean in because she's a 5-star. Even though she's a 5-star, she's standard. And I'm gonna put Yelan in because even though she's also a 5-star, she'll be available on the next banner. Only because the rest of my 4-star characters here are not built for this mode, unfortunately. Like Kea, not even close. But anyways, pick whatever character. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for the sake of, you know, trying to make this as free-to-play friendly as possible. You are free to use as many 5 stars and busted DPSs as you want. I'm borrowing my friend C2 Wanderer. Hopefully you have some friends out there with some really strong characters for you to borrow as well. But yeah, use your best. Use whatever, you know. Whatever you got, go for it. Now we're going to go ahead and start the challenge. When you come to this menu here, you have an option of what you want to do. You can also, on the bottom right where I'm blocking, I'm mousing over it right now, but you can't see it. There's a refresh events button on the bottom right. This is only if you have like you don't like your options and you want to re-roll them, then you can do the refresh events twice. So kind of just save it for like when you really need it. Anywho, so we have 3 battle options and then we have a companion random. So when you pick this option, we'll get to add another character that we chose earlier into our cast. So if we click on it and we confirm, we're gonna use up our Fantasia flowers. Ooh, I got a external support from the audience, so I got a little bit of a refund there. And then we get to choose, do we want to bring Yelan or Zhongli? Go ahead and bring Yelan. Oh, and then when our this changed into a mystery cache, let's go ahead and activate that. That's free, right? If it's free, you might as well do it. So we get to gamble a little bit here, I guess. You get to consume all your Fantasia flowers in possession, and you'll get 1 random alternate cast member will join the principal cast. Or when you choose a Wonder Spoon event, you get to choose, or you get to reset 1 more time. We're gonna take this one because I don't want to waste all my Fantasia flowers yet. That's this currency right here, and you get Fantasia flowers from doing battles. So we don't want to waste our flowers on getting a character yet. Cause see, we could just do this. This is only 80. Oh, we have too few Hydro characters. Oh, I didn't realize it was Hydro only. So what we can do here is I'm gonna go ahead and use my refresh. And we get another free mystery cache. Let's see. When future events are drawn, 1 selectable event is guaranteed to be a companion random. Let's just take more effects to choose from when we get a mystery cache. Alright, so let's go ahead and just do a normal battle. And when picking your normal battle, do actually take the... I know Genshin players hate to do this, but please take the time to read each battle and don't just look at which one's offering more Fantasia flowers. In this case, they're all the same, so it doesn't matter, or what enemies you think is going to be easier. Because the reason I say that is you should always look at the performance details before you take on anything, because each one has a bonus challenge, and some of them could be easy or, you know, really difficult depending on what characters you have available. So this one wants us to defeat 2 characters using normal attacks. We could kind of do that. Like, Ayaka doesn't really do normal attacks, and neither does Xiao, but it's definitely doable for sure. And we're gonna have to fight the mechs from Fontaine, and I believe they have cryo and physical resistance, so that's something to keep in mind. There's also star challenges as well. to defeat opponents within 75 seconds. I believe you just get extra Fantasia flowers if you complete them, but don't feel like you have to do it. Okay, if you can't do the star challenge, it's alright. You can either redo it until you get it or just move on. Don't let it bug you too much, okay? The other thing you should look at is the stage effects tab. So for this particular stage, after a period of time passes, thunder is going to hit our characters, so it's going to be a little bit more dangerous the longer the fight lasts. Just something to keep in mind. You can also click this I button here to get detailed info for the enemies that you're going to be up against. So we can see it's the mechs, and then we can see our cast of characters. And you might notice the two like lightning symbols or thunder, whatever, under their portraits. This is what they call vigor. Each character can only be used twice, two battles, and then they are forever gone from your cast. There are ways to get them back from mystery cache events and stuff like that, but we'll talk more about that later. So, as I was saying, make sure you look at each one because some challenges, again, might be easier for you to do. This one is charge attacks. This one might be easier because Ayaka also does charge attacks sometimes. But let's take a look at the other one. Trigger vaporize 6 times. See, like, if I were to take this challenge, this would be really hard because I don't have John Ling in my cast yet. So this bonus challenge is actually impossible for me. But there is pyro enemies like the slimes, but it might be a little tricky. It forces me to use my hydro units for this fight, and maybe I don't want to use them yet. Like, Furina is a great all-around general support character, and maybe I don't want to use her early. Maybe I want to use her for the boss fights coming up and stuff like that. So maybe I don't want to take that challenge on just yet. So I'm actually going to fight these mechs instead, and I'm going to confirm the challenge. You might get a pop-up saying, hey, you can't change your challenges if you pick one. So yeah, once you pick your challenge, you're committed to this challenge for the rest of the run. You can't be like, oh, I changed my mind, let me try the other one instead. Like, no, that's it. You have to restart from the beginning and do the whole like party setup if you choose a challenge you don't want. So you're gonna walk up as Traveler to the key, just like Spiral Abyss, but before the fight starts, this is where you choose your team for the fight. So we can see your goals again are to just defeat all the opponents, just focus on that one, but our bonus challenge is to kill one enemy with a charge attack, and then the star challenge is to do it in 90 seconds, which is definitely doable. So we're gonna go ahead and use Zhao, because in my opinion, Zhao is a character that you don't really want to use for bosses, but he's okay for using like normal battles and like groups of enemies, which is what this is. So we're gonna use Zhao, and a great support for Zhao is Faruzan, so we'll go ahead and use her as well. Now, this is kind of awkward because, well, I don't want to use Furina like I mentioned earlier. Yelan doesn't have that much synergy with Zhao, but I will bring a healer/shielder, which is Diona. You have to bring 4 characters. It won't allow you to bring, like 3. So for those of you that are like, oh, I want to preserve my characters and just use like a bare minimum team, unfortunately, it does force you, if I click start, you must have at least 4 members. So unfortunately, we do have to use a character here. I guess we'll just use Furina because she'll provide a bit more damage. We don't want to use Ayaka or another main DPS here. So let's just go ahead and do that. It's alright. And then we'll just drag him like this. And we'll go ahead and start the fight. Little cutscene will play, but we can skip that. And let's just go ahead and then you just play like normal, right? Just do your rotations. And we're just gonna clear all the enemies as fast as we can. Oh yeah, don't forget my challenge. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it on this last enemy right here. No! So if you do what I did, and I was trying to do a charge attack last second there, but I think Furina's minions did too much damage, you can just restart. So I'm gonna skip this part so you don't have to see me do it again, but I'm just gonna restart this, get the challenge done, and then I'll meet you back here. All right. You saw nothing. There you go. I got the challenge this time. There we go. We get our extra Fantasia flowers, and I did the 90-second challenge again, so we got the star. Let's move on to the next thing. Oh yeah, and when you do complete a fight, you get to choose a cast member to join you. So let's go ahead and get Sucrose. I didn't pick Heizo because I feel like we already had enough main DPSs, and I don't need any more at the moment. So in between battles, you'll be back in the theater, and you can feel free to talk to your companions. All your battle team will be in the four corners of the room if you want to talk to them, get some extra dialogue out of them. There's no like benefit to it, but it's just like nice little dialogue. But we're just gonna go ahead and move on. I've already talked to them. I've heard the dialogue, so let's just move on. So here we have option of companion select, and then if you look at the element right on the top, it tells you what element you can invite into your cast. So we can either refresh if I want to try to go for more boons, like more buffs for our characters, or we can try to get more characters in here. I think we actually have enough for now, so I'm going to try another refresh. And yeah, we got some boons here. This is good. So just go for one. So let's see. After characters defeat opponents, party members will regain HP. This is good if you don't have healers or you're lacking healers. This can definitely save you a fight where you need to bring like maybe all of your DPS and some sub DPSs and supports. But let's see what else is here. HP increase or decrease crit damage. And this is the frozen one again. Let's just take this one, I guess, just in case. It's always nice to have a little bit of sustain. Ooh, we have an elite battle, which offers more Fantasia flowers. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Let me just get more boons. More boons is never a bad thing, right? That's just straight up more free damage, usually. But we can see 2 are for swirl reactions. This one increases your crit damage when you do a swirl, and then this one... What is it? You get a Vortex Shockwave, which will do AoE animo damage. So this is good for crowds of enemies. This could be good for a single target. And then we have a Cryo one. If you do Cryo damage, you'll get increased normal charge or plunging attacks with Cryo. So this could be good with Ayaka or Ganyu if you have her in your cast. Or even Ricely as well. Any Cryo DPS, basically. I'm just gonna take the... let's see, let's go for this one, I guess. We do have one companion select for a cryo unit, but I feel like we don't need that. So let's just look at the battles again. I'm gonna take a look at the elite one, just to see what it has. This one does offer more Fantasia flowers, so it might be some enticing for some of y'all. But if if it proves to be a little too scary, too intimidating, you don't have to do it. Feel free to do the normal battles instead. And that's something I like about the theater mode, is your option to choose. Like, you're not forced to do a hard fight, other than the bosses if you don't want to. So we do have more stage effects. We have that thunder attacks again, and now we have crackling cage. So there's gonna be a plasma field that we have to watch out for. We're gonna take damage if we're in it. And we are fighting those big hilichurls. Cryo is actually good for breaking their shields, so we could consider bringing Ayaka for this one. And let's see, defeat 5 opponents using charge attacks. We can do that with Ayaka as well. So okay, I guess that's what we'll do then. So let's go ahead and let's take on this challenge. Might be a little hard to get the 5 charge attacks, but I think we can do it. Let's go ahead and use Ayaka. I'm gonna bring Diona again and Sucrose. We might actually get rid of Furina, because then we might have the option to bring her back later. Let's try that. I'm gonna try this over here. There we go. Alright, let's do this. Let's go ahead and just use everyone's burst. Or, not everyone's burst, but try to get the challenge done. Ooh, got 2. Only 2. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the charge attack. Okay, if we don't get the charge attack challenge, whatever. That's okay. You know, my bad for picking a challenge we couldn't get. Okay, that one is not my fault. There we go. And we didn't get the challenge done, but you know what? That's okay. Because this isn't Spiral Abyss where you need a 3-star and get everything perfect. I mean, we're losing on the Fantasia flowers, but I still got the star challenge. We get to choose between Lynette or Changyu. Let's pick Changyu. So just again, just like last time, feel free to talk to your companions on the corners if you want. Otherwise, let's move on to the next one. So this one you have to do. This is your first boss fight, or your last one if you're on easy, or your second to last one on normal. But before we go, let's go ahead and just pick some companions. So we get to choose. We have Cryo, Hydro, or just random. Let's go for the random. Just be a little bit more. Well, I guess it was just Animo. Okay, let's pick Hydro. Let's see. Let's pick. We get to pick anybody. This is why this one was 100. We can pick Wander, I guess. That's my friend C2 Wander. And then next, we'll go ahead and do this battle. This is the boss fight. It does also have a bonus one. Again, don't feel bad if you don't get it. It is just extra Fantasia flowers, which can make the run easier, but, you know, if you don't get it, it's okay. Bonus challenge is to defeat the seahorse while it's attempting to reconstruct a pearl. You know, sometimes you just want to beat it and get the star challenge, because you might end up losing too much time if you wait for it. So just, if you can get it, cool, but if you can't, don't worry about it. This is my advice to you when doing this. So we're going to go ahead and pick a team. I think Ayaka is really good for bosses, so I'm going to use Ayaka here, and this is going to be our last Ayaka usage. Feels bad, but that's okay. We're going to use Chongyun. We don't really need Sucrose here. Let's go ahead and get Barbara. And I guess we'll just do Yelan. Although, Cryo is going to be really good for breaking this seahorse's shield, for sure. But let's just go with this. So when you're fighting the seahorse, yeah, you just want to break that shield. See that electro shield? Cryo is definitely your best bet, for sure. When he flies up into the air and does this, make sure you break the pearls. And then it'll come down. Ow, ow. Let's go ahead and just use that Ayaka. Just like that. We didn't beat it while it was constructing the pearl. That's okay. And we don't have Ayaka anymore, so a little oof, but that's alright. Let's pick Jincho. Alright, let's continue the run. So now we have to do a defense one. This is where you protect the monolith ley line thing. Not too bad, right? This is where you want crowd effects like Sucrose, Venti, Kazuha to help you out here. There's 3 different ones. Again, make sure you read the challenges, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the boon first. Always want more buffs. Let's do this one. Again, you can redraw. If you don't like your options, you can always try the redraw. Up to you. And then we can't afford that invite. Maybe if I did the challenges, I would, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and look at what they are. The monolith must have basically more than 15% HP. That's pretty. Oh, they're all the same. For the ley line, they're all the same. And all the star challenges are the same too. So just defeat 30 opponents. We can definitely do that. I'm gonna go for this one because I like fighting the bandits from Sumeru. There we go. Hey, better second attempt there. Let's move on. We're gonna take Zhongling. Let's go ahead and continue the performance. Excuse me, we have options of boon, boon, or boon. Let's just go ahead and take them. Sure, let's take... Whenever you use Elemental Burst, everyone gets energy. That's always good. And we got Enhanced. Oh, we got Mystery Caches this time. Let's take one. And randomly restore... Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is how you can get some of the characters that you've already used before. So 2 random characters with 0 vigor can rejoin the alternate cast. Or we can restore 1 to 2 vigor. 1 vigor to 1 to 2 characters. So let's go ahead and just take this, because that means we can get... Yep. We totally, definitely wanted that. I was hoping for Furina, but okay. But let's go ahead and do a normal battle now. So we have Hydro here. Cryo would be great. But Zhongling also would be great here, but we really don't have too many. We could also use Wander as well. Kind of looking at this. What's the other one? The Wolves. All parties members' HP did not drop below 30%. That's really easy to do if you have a healer, right? Like Barbara. So let's do this. This one's easy. Let's go ahead and select. We're gonna do Haijo, Jincho, Barbara, Zhongling. That's my team. Oh, I felt like that was a little slow, but alright. I didn't crit, that's unfortunate. Let's just heal everybody. I don't want anyone to fall below the thing. There we go, and we have our challenge done. Honestly, we don't even have to fight. You know what I mean? Like, you could just run around, not get hit. Like, we got the star. We just have to run out the clock. So you don't have to do this. If you just want to keep fighting, feel free. But I already got the objective, so, you know, no need to work hard. I'm a very lazy person. There we go. And done. Very easy challenge. Or very easy fight. Ow! We got a boss fight coming up. Let's get Lynette. Continue the performance. So we can get... Let's go ahead and get a companion. A random one. Let's see what we get. We can get Zhao again. Sure. And then let's just go for it. So we're gonna fight the crab. This one's gonna be really easy because we're just gonna... I'm gonna do the international team. International team-ish. Actually, yeah, we'll just do like this. I actually don't have any healers. I just noticed that. We should get a healer next time. But we're okay. Yeah. There's like a challenge where it wants me to interrupt one of the attacks. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that. Ouch. I didn't get it, I don't think. Nah, that's okay though. Just go next. Ooh, we got Jean. Okay, I said I needed a healer. Let's grab a healer. Let's continue the performance. Companions. Let's get some more. Ooh, I got some flowers back. Let's get a shielder for Wander. And then we can get another companion. Get Sucrose. We have 3 battles to choose from again, so defeat 1 opponent using a skill. That's easy. What are the other ones just to see? No dropping below 30%, also easy. 75%. Well, if you have a shielder, like Layla, that's pretty easy. But dealing with the, these things, kind of annoying. Let's just go for the easy one. Let's do this one. We're almost done. We have 1 boss left. Go ahead and use Zhao and Sucrose again, and Lynette. Well, I guess we can do Animo again. Mono Animo team.
Magic start.
Not on the challenge done yet. Oh boy. There you go.
Magic start. 6308 ユニット 吸引テスト風の神よ我らを
There you go. A little close. A little close. Nice though. Get Rosaria. Let's continue. So we can choose more companions for the boss fight, basically. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, there's literally only one left, and it's Charlotte. Let's take her. Because I took that though, we don't have enough for the boon, but that's okay. You know, if you were playing smarter than me, you got a couple of those extra Fantasia flowers because you played it better, then hey, you should be able to get a couple boons here and there, and that's honestly gonna make it a lot easier for you. So let's go ahead and just finish up this last one, which is gonna be the Aeon Drake. Now, the only tip that I can have for this boss, in case you haven't fought him before, you're not familiar, is to always have a bow character. It doesn't matter who, just have a bow character. In my case, I have Yulan. You could have Diona do this if you still have her available. Or Faruzan, again, if she is also available. Just any bow character, doesn't matter. We're going to bring Yulan for my case. Let's go ahead and... I guess we can bring our... Again, we can bring our strongest units here. So let's bring Yulan. I'm gonna bring... I guess Sucrose could funnel energy for Wanderer. Could be an option. We're gonna bring Layla for the shield. But honestly, let's just go like this. This is a full hyper carry freeze, I guess, for Wanderer here. So he's gonna have Yulan, he's gonna have Rosaria, and he's gonna have Layla shields. Let's give that a try. Oh, whoops. So when he flies up like this, what you can do is shoot the wings. Whoop. Shoot the wings with a charge. Can you stop? Oh my god. Make me look dumb out here. Shoot the wings. There you go. Hey, we just beat it. There you go. That's the Imaginarium Theater run. Complete. Very easy. I even got the bonus thing. There's the credits. It's gonna show all your accomplishments. We're gonna skip that. And I got all the star challenges done in this run. So let's go ahead and return to the lobby. And that's pretty much it. I hope this guide was kind of helpful. Like, I just kind of went through it with you. So you can kind of see that it's really easy. Again, if you don't want to read, I get it. Genshin players out there, you don't like reading, don't forget to use the brief descriptions for the boons. Just try to get as much boons as you can. For the, if you've played Star Rail and you've done Simulated Universe, this is what this mode is reminding me of. In Simulated Universe and Star Rail, you just want to get as much blessings as possible, right? And keep buffing your characters up to insanely high levels. That's pretty much it here, except you have the added sort of mechanic of you need to also balance your teams, right? You need to make sure you have some healers ready, some sub DPSs, some main DPSs, a little bit of everything. Luckily that the trial characters that they give you, again, they help you out so much. Try to use the mystery caches as well to bring back characters that you might have lost before. Like I got to use Xiao again, I got to use Sucrose again. I would have preferred getting back my Furina, but it's just unlucky. It's just how it is. But not a big deal, as we didn't even need to use her there. Don't forget, Yulan is able to be used as well once her banner rerun is out in the second half. But I will also let you guys know that I didn't wail on her banner, but I did go hard on it. Like when she had her rerun, I went hard on it. That I I got her C1 as well as her signature weapon. So my Yelan is stacked. She does get to use her skill twice, which is really, really strong. So just keep that in mind with what you were seeing every time I used her. Before I go, I guess I'll share my thoughts on the Imaginarium Theater mode. And basically, the short end of it is I like it. I do. I like it a lot. I like the various buffs. It's not just like Spiral Abyss where... You know, Spiral Abyss is a good arena or a good endgame content just to show pure skill. And I guess pure meta. But pure skill, because there isn't too many buffs. Yeah, you have those cards you can choose from, and there's like a blessing, but it is really like a big just DPS check, right? Whereas here, there's a little bit more strategy to it, because you can't just say, hey, I'm going to use the meta team, or I'm going to use the strongest characters. Like, you can for 2 battles, but you're not guaranteed to get them back, like in the mystery caches or anything like that. Or you're not guaranteed, you know, to get the team you want or the teammates you want. You got to work with what you got. So you're going to end up having a lot of fights where you get like these weird... Like, I was doing a mono animo team just for the fun of it. And, you know, it worked. You're going to have to do a lot of weird team setups like that. And surprisingly, they're going to work because the requirements, at least in this mode, not as hard as Spiral Abyss. Not at all. Like, you're fighting weak enemies, the bandits, treasure hoarders, hilichurls, slimes, like that kind of stuff. It's not hard at all. Like, you can definitely beat it. I think the only thing that will gate, you know, players from enjoying this mode is just not having enough characters, and that's honestly just a new player kind of thing, or a mid-game kind of player kind of thing, because maybe you do have the characters, or they're just not all built yet. So it's okay if you can't do it all yet. Just like Spiral Abyss, give yourself some time, keep at it, pull for more characters, because you never know what the elements are going to be on the next season. Keep building various characters, you know, try to have at least, you know, a DPS of every element, a sub DPS, some supports, some healers, some shielders, stuff like that. Just so that when the elements rotate, you'll have something that you can always rely on. I guess that a lot of people that stick to one element, or just like, you know, you're a main of a character, this is where this mode kind of punishes you if you can't use that element or whatever. I understand that can be annoying, but I really like how different this mode is. I kind of wish it refreshed more often, and you can get some cool rewards from it. Again, I also wish you got more like Primo gems from this and Spiral, but that's a whole nother topic. Anyways, mode is fun. If you have any questions or you feel like I forgot something, feel free to leave a comment down below. I know this video is going to be kind of long. Also, if you've been the Imaginarium Theater mode yourself, you know, feel free to leave some tips in the comments as well. Help out some of your fellow travelers out there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.